Hi guys and dolls, how are you? I hope you're well. Alright, so I want to have a really serious talk with you about your choices in partner, especially if you have children. Y'all not gonna like me saying this, but I'm keeping it real. If you don't know how to choose a man who is safe, and you don't know how to keep your children safe, and all you care about is I need a man and I need to get laid and I need, and you're not worried about the safety of your own children who can't protect themselves from your choices, you need your children taken away from you. And I don't care who gets mad about it. I don't. Because if you get with a pedophile, rapist, or murderer and you insist on staying with that person, you're putting your children at risk. If you're putting your children at risk, you don't give a shit about them. If you don't give a shit about them, they need to be taken from you. And you need to go to mandatory counseling that is mandated by the state, because you're probably not going to go on your own free will. Okay? And then upon completion of your therapy, the court can decide whether you should get your children back or not. But that isn't really, that's part of the reason I'm talking to you today. The other part is because y'all probably know about this. I'm sure you saw it in the news. This woman decided, okay, first of all, okay, she got involved with this person who had no job. This is what I mean when I tell you to have criteria. Okay? You need to have criteria when you get involved with people. You have to have criteria when you buy something in a store. You have to have cash or a credit card. If you don't have either one, or a check, if you don't have any of those, you're not going to make a purchase. Okay? When you go to work, apply for a job, you have to have criteria. You have to meet their criteria. In order to qualify for surgery, you have to have a way to pay for the surgery, and the doctor needs to okay the surgery. But when you get involved with somebody, there's like no criteria. What the freaking hell is up with that? I will never understand that. It makes no sense that there's no criteria when you get involved with someone, especially if you get involved with someone who, there's no criteria at all. So you're not only putting yourself at risk, but you're putting your children at risk. Anyway, she got involved with this fool he was into drugs. He was a heavy drinker, and he had no job. Okay? And he has an aggressive personality. So what does she do? She lays down with him and has a child with him. Because, hey, sounds like father material to me. No job, drug head, alcoholic. Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's lay down together. Women do not think. They don't think. You cannot lay down with every stray dog that pays attention to you. I'm pissed because things got worse with them, and they, got to where they weren't getting along with each other. Well, no shit. He has nothing to offer you except a piece of meat. So she wasted the court's time by getting a restraining order. The reason she wasted the courts, I say she wasted their time, is because you get a restraining order for somebody and then you continue to have contact with them, which you're both violating the restraining order. Which makes no sense. You just wasted the court's time. She started talking smack back to him. He started talking smack back to her. Then she knew it was escalating, but she couldn't leave him well enough alone. No. She got to keep going. She threatened him with, I'm going to tell your boys, your homies, I'm going to tell them that you were with a minor. I'm also going to tell them that you were involved romantically with a man. Well, he's not going to take too kindly to any of those. So when he saw her on the street, he crept up on her, and when he saw her, he took her head off with I guess he had a sword on him, and he killed her in front of witnesses. Was a piece of dick worth all that? Was the attention he gave you worth all that? Telling you you're pretty, feeling up on your body, sticking it in you, which he done stuck it in everybody probably. It ain't like he knows anything about boundaries. So you have a kid with this person, this individual who is a rattlesnake. And now she's dead. And the kids are without their mother because of the fucking asinine choices that she made. And I'm not blaming her per se, but her actions caused a reaction. And she's dead because of it. And all of that was preventable. Ain't no piece of dick in the world worth my children if I had any. I have a furry dog. He's my child. But if I had any kids, they ain't no piece of dick gonna come before my children. Okay? That's just me. My kids will come first. You deal with any animal in the wild, 99.9% of the time, that mother will kill for her children to protect her cubs, her babies, whatever. Humans are totally different. As long as I got somebody paying attention to me, I ain't really worried about my kids. Wow. Wow. The natural what is the word? I can't talk. The natural inclination for a mother to protect her children disappears when it comes to humans. Disappears. No desire to protect the children whatsoever because a piece of meat comes first. And if this fool ain't got no job and he's addicted to substances, well, shit. We can't make a baby fast enough. You know, ladies, you're going to have to start keeping your clothes on and you're going to have to start using your brain. Keep your panties on, keep your clothes on, keep your bra shut and your shirt on, keep your knees together until you find out, you suss out this person, you vet them to make sure that they deserve to be in your life. And I don't know what's such a turn on about some motherfucker who don't have a damn job and he's addicted to drugs and alcohol. What about that makes you soaking wet? What the fuck is wrong with people? Her choices got her killed. Her wasting the court's time getting a restraining order, knowing that she can't leave that fucking idiot alone, caused her to die. All of this was 1000% preventable. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. And like I've said before, and we have a big sissy to little sissy talk or a mother to daughter talk, whatever your age is, you better get it together. Let me explain to you that your choices can destroy you and destroy your children and destroy your life. This fool killed her in broad daylight in front of witnesses and didn't give a shit. That's hot, right? That makes him super hot. You're making dangerous choices that will get you and or your children murdered. You have got to keep your goddamn clothes on until you learn to pick a decent partner. There are tons of people on the internet that'll teach you, professional lawyers, divorce lawyers. They'll tell you how to avoid being in a bad relationship. They see this shit all the time. They weren't married. There are psychologists, psychiatrists, coaches, relationship coaches, life coaches. There are all types of free help if you are clueless on how to find a partner. The basics should be, he should have a goddamn job, he should have a vehicle, and he should have a place to live, and he should be mentally stable. Not necessarily in that order. Wow. Wow. So, he's psychotic, obviously. But hey, that makes some women hot. Do you see why I think your kids need to be taken from you? If you don't have the ability to protect your own children, you don't need them. You don't deserve them. And they damn sure don't need to be with you and get, God only knows, assaulted and whatever else could happen to them your choices. And if you ever, this person, as far as I know, wasn't a pedophile, but, well, he was messing around with people underage. But, pedophiles will tell you, who are also dirtbags, they will tell you they deliberately choose women with children so that they can assault those children. Like I said, if your brain does not work and you blindly choose whatever person pays attention to you, you need your children taken away. You're not smart enough to raise them. You can't even pick a decent partner. And that puts your children at risk. He doesn't have to be a pedophile. He could be a murderer. He could be any type of felon. This guy was a complete dirtbag. And when I found out about the story, I'm like, what the hell about him got her so damn hot she laid down with him and made a kid? He has nothing going for himself. Okay? Nothing. Except a stiffy and some compliments. You really need somebody to tell you how pretty you are? Really? You need a psychiatrist. You need some serious comprehensive therapy. This is 1000% preventable. Animals in the wild will do anything to protect themselves and protect their children. Mostly their children, because they're helpless. She's lucky. Well, she's not lucky she's gone, but her parents are lucky that the grandkids are not killed, because he could have easily went for them next. And that's not an unusual thing to happen. Women, you better start, I'm telling you right now, instead of opening your legs, you better open up your fucking common sense, and you better start writing down on a pad of paper. This is what he should have. A job, you write it down. A car, you write it down. His own house, his own apartment, his own whatever, condo, wherever, own place to live. Mentally stable, non-abusive, no police record. Write that shit down. Good hygiene. You'd be surprised how many adults don't know how to use a bar of soap. Write it down on a pad of paper. If your brain does not work, it is just completely a ball of clay in your skull. Then you write it down on a piece of paper, on a pad, a notepad that you will not lose. These are the basic criteria. He's got to have teeth in his mouth. He's got to have goals. A job, a house, a car. Respect for his parents. Respect for women. No police record. Write that shit down if your brain does not work when it comes to partners. It'll save your life one day. So disgusted because this shit is 1,000,000% preventable. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm so thirsty. That happens sometimes at night and I hate that. Because when I'm sleeping, I don't want to get up and go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But I get thirsty all of a sudden. Anyway, please use your common damn sense and write it on a pad of paper. If you are clueless on relationships, you have no business being in one. Honestly. If you have no criteria, you do not need to be involved with anyone. You're putting yourself at risk and potentially your own children. So, and like I said, don't waste the court's time. If you know damn well that you're going to get a restraining order and it ain't no better than the piece of paper it was written on, you going to talk to him the minute you leave court? Don't waste their goddamn time. There's so many other things that they could be doing instead of messing with the two of you fools. They could be doing something else. You got to use your brain. Use some common fucking sense. You being dumb could get you killed. I'm just telling you. I'd rather hurt your feelings than hurt your life. So, I don't know. That's my warning to you. Do what you want with that information. Again, this was 1000% preventable. And then you talking shit to him back and forth, knowing that he's a loose cannon. Where do you think that's going to go? Good places? No, it's not. So, I just don't understand. Humans are so cocky and so arrogant, and they're so, we're the higher, more intellectual species. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because animals in the wild will protect their children. As I told you guys before, a mother bear attacked a man and his daughter who were hiking in the mountains. They were nowhere near her cubs. She not only beat them down, she left and beat them down again, almost killed. I think she had the father's head in her mouth, crunching down on his skull. They both survived, but she whipped them and then came back and whooped him again, just in case you didn't get it the first time. Why the fuck do humans don't do that? They just, you know, I'll choose whoever. I'll give him a key to my house. I'll let him be around my kids. I'll let him babysit my kids. Hey, he's telling me I'm pretty, so I gave him a key to my house. I let him drive my car because he ain't got nothing else going on. Y'all better start using your brain. Keep your legs shut. Stop using your vagina and start using your brain. I'm telling you right now, I'd rather hurt your feelings than hurt your life. Okay? Y'all take care. Much love.